Back to Nightly. Today we're going to continue playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm just going to tell you right now. I will no longer be streaming Ori and the Blind Forest, and my streams will be very few and in between until I get a capture card for my Switch, because I'd love to play a lot of games on the Switch for you guys instead. I have Hollow Knight on there. It will actually stream and actually show the cutscenes. I've gotten farther on there. I've gotten farther on Hollow Knight on my Switch than I have on the computer. And I'm a lot better with Switch controllers than I am with Xbox or playing through my computer. So let's go ahead and continue. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Blake. Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. Excuse me. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Blake, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Blake, I really like being friends with you. Excuse me. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. I played a little bit past this, and it gets spicy. Sorry, I was looking at my roommate for a reaction to that. Yeah, that's Aaron. Blake, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You ready? You you really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. For anything? I got bit on the back of the neck by like a mosquito or something. It itches. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. You know, if I had somebody make tea for me, like actual tea, I think I'd fall in love, because I've never had someone make tea for me. Like, actual tea. Like the way it's supposed to be made. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Blake. It's very endearing. I feel so bad for what's going to happen to her. I know what's going to happen. I've seen the Game Grumps animation. I feel so bad. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Blake, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. My massive titties. He just shakes his head. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I make her sound like Patrick Star. No, this is Patrick. I can do impressions too. Aha! Mickey Mouse. Yeah, Goofy. What's the other one? Perry the Platypus. Then there's Chamberlain from Dark Crystal. Peace, please, peace, please. Then I had one. Oh yeah, I meant to talk about this. I was coming back from the bathroom after taking a shower. I was looking at a meme. And it was like, babe, stop, you're not an LA Noire detective. Please come back to reality. And it just shows another guy go, hey, the streets aren't like they used to be, twits. And I came up with a character. It's like, but the voice is August. There we go. I got the voice now. It's like a guy that talks like this all the time. It's like a voice actor who they have do an LA Noire thing. He's talking like this the entire time. They have him just because of his voice, but they have him talk like he normally does, which is like a modern day YouTuber. Like, they have him say like poggers and stuff. Like, he sees a dame and he's like, hey toots, you're looking very poggers today. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. The characters I come up with are stupid. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I'm actually, next time you guys see me on stream, I'm gonna have a fully shaven face. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my your posture, right? Excuse me. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, that's it. It's not my massive freaking honkers. My big setup of donkers. My Dobon honkaroos. I fucking love that meme. I mean, I freaking love that meme. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm sorry, YouTube. Please do not ban me. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I also have a candy radar. Because you should see how it is with me and Aaron. He ever has candy, I find out. Also, you ate a Kit Kat without me the other day, you dick. Nothing. I'll tell you whenever stream is done. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, Our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I'm actually reading a book right now, too. Where is it? Oh, it's over on my desk. It's called Wuthering Heights. It's the book I'm reading for my class, but I'm actually getting really into it. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do, but I do. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble a chocolate wrapper. Sorry. Briefly, I let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages. You're right. Didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. I was supposed to start streaming about this time, but I started about 12 minutes ago. Exactly 12 minutes ago. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. I actually really like the artwork. Like the eyes, they really did the eyes. And the shading and all this. The ear could be a little better, but like ears and hands are the hardest things for people to draw from what I understand. Because they're just so weirdly shaped and hands are just so different. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Blake? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That is all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. Nervously, I take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Blake, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. You know, I hate bringing this up, but I can relate from something that happened actually here in my dorm room. It was with an ex of mine. Um, their name is Avery, actually. Um, I don't feel great talking about this, but I'm going to. We were watching, I think it was the Bo Burnham, not what, but it was the new Bo Burnham special on Netflix. I think it was called Inside. Yeah, it's Inside. And I was, Avery was laying her, like, no, I was laying down and she was laying beside me. First time I think I'd ever done that with anyone, and I panicked and I was like, I don't know where to put my hands, because if I put them beside me, I'm really uncomfortable, and if I put them on them, they're non-binary, by the way, as well as I am, but that's not important. I really don't see why it would be. If I put them on them, they might be uncomfortable, and I'm sitting there like, where do I? And I kind of sit up and I go, and I just say aloud, where do I put my hands? They just kind of look at me. They say anywhere, and my first instinct, like an idiot, is to say, you shouldn't tell someone that they can put their hands anywhere on you. I didn't say it like that. I said, you shouldn't tell me that. Then, like, I didn't find this out till later. They told me, they said what they wanted to do was grab my hand and put it on their chest, which they're born biologically female. That's the best way I can put it without being offensive. And put on their chest, and like, hearing that later on, I was like, I remember my face got really freaking red, and like, I was just embarrassed for some reason. But like, I remember all I did was just put it on their shoulder and like go on with my time, except for the entire time I was just tense. I enjoyed it, like watching Inside with my friends, but like, that friend group quickly fell apart after me and Avery broke up. We had a guy named Robbie who was a good friend. We had watch parties on Sundays, basically, because that's when everybody was here. That's when Aaron wasn't working, and for a while I wasn't. So we would watch, and then me and Avery got together, broke up. Robbie stopped coming to D&D. We don't see him around anymore. And me and Avery avoid each other like we're the plague, like we're COVID-19. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Let's go with Yuri. Just continue on. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? I'm sorry if I keep burping. I've had a few, like, stomach, not issues, but, like, I've been burping a lot recently. I think I'm, like, swallowing air by accident. Blake, this might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Very visibly swallows. I hate that I'm gonna have to go through every member of this, like every member of the club. I wish I could skip a few. Like, I don't care what Natsuki said. I really don't give a crap. She is my least favorite character, but I have to go through this entire thing. Monica is my second least favorite. Sayori she's okay. She's a good character. She doesn't deserve what happens to her, you know. I'd say none of them do, but Monica deserves it. Monica and Natsuki deserve it. Even her hands appear sweaty. Her palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Is vomit on her sweater already, Mom Spaghetti? He just shakes his head at me. I'm sorry, guys. I know that was a dumb joke. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Take your time. Sorry, I know I keep messing up on the voices. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. I fully understand. I don't get many compliments. I mean, look at me. There's nothing to compliment. I look like a pug that has gone through the windmill. I mean, The work mill? Puppy mill? I don't know. How would you say that? I've heard people say it before. Looks like you've been wood chipper. I look like a pug that's been sent through the wood chipper. But then again, I just like to pity myself. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. I only write for myself too. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. I'm gonna leave this here for a second. If you guys need to pause it to read that, because I'm not gonna read the rest. I'm not much a big reader. I only read when I have to. And I don't do poetry. I am struggling right now because I have to do an essay over romantic poetry. And, well, I don't understand poetry. As someone with Asperger's, poetry is our hardest subject. We don't get stuff. We only see surface level. We don't get the intrinsic stuff in between. In books, we really just enjoy them. We don't really, we don't really get it. It's the best way to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and you guys could have paused it. You guys can go back and look at it and read it. But yeah. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's also more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I feel like it's about suicide. It always is with these people. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Blake? Oh, trust me, in real life I do. There are a lot of things I don't talk about. I'll actually divulge one of them that I don't talk about, but I create scenarios in my head on what if I had superpowers like this and I used them during this part of my life or during this event in my life. How would it have changed? And I run through the scenarios, making myself look cool while listening to music. It's basically giving a storyline to the music that I'm listening to. It's really dumb, I know, but as a writer myself, it's really hard not to, because you hear music, an epic score, and you want to write something to it. Or just not even an epic score, just a score in general. I do it to mostly really dumb stuff, and I know it's probably dumb. But still, it's like... It's like... It's just hard to do that, you know? Okay, you guys see that too, right? Is it supposed to do that? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Don't you have anything like that, Blake? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Oh, I got that full on. Like, I embrace the weird is the way I do things. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Blake. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. Okay, is it supposed to stay like this? I don't think it's supposed to stay like this. I think I messed it up. I messed with the border of my computer, like, right here. Because I wanted to extend the screen a little bit. I guess it's not supposed to do that. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, I think it's stuck like that. I'm gonna save and go back in. Is it stuck like that now? It's stuck like that now? One second. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do this. Skip. I am so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to get out of the game and go ahead and... I am so sorry that the stream has gone like this. I did not intend for that to happen. That actually makes me kind of mad. If it loads back like that again, I'm gonna lose it. It should not have done that. But the frame drops so low, which means the internet's good, but the slow frames are just getting gradually higher. You know, I say that, and then it goes up again. Okay, it fixed it. Thank Gerd. So, I'll go with Monica next. I'm gonna save Natsuki for last, because I hate her the most. Hi again, Blake. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. I wish I could read my own poem. I wonder what it's being said. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. I've been called a romantic before, and I know that sounds dumb, but like I have been called a hopeless romantic. And I'm not trying to boast or anything. Trust me, I've heard it's bad. But I do like romantic stuff. I am a sap for romantic movies. I don't watch them like to pass time. I don't even watch them when I'm with somebody. But if somebody puts it on, I'll sit down and I'll watch it. Like, I think there was a book called like 9 Lives of Christmas or something that my grandma and mom were listening to in the car. It was like 50 Shades of like, it was like 50 Shades in some parts, and I was like 11 listening to it. It was weird, but like I was enthralled by the story. I didn't even care about like the like more risque parts. I really didn't. But it was just this nice love story with some spicy in betweens. That's the best. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Mm-hmm. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. I think it's because I'm talking so much and I'm burping so much. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Nah. You completely misunderstood. Haha, calm down. I'm just kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. No. Wait, did I say that? Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Those are our color cones that we have in our head for our eyes. That is the only range of colors we can see. Purple is a made-up color that our brains fill in because it can't perceive what is actually there. Purple does not exist. Weird fact, I know. Cacophony. Wait, let me start in Monica's voice. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Am I human yet? An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Wait, was there more? Did I miss more? Can I go back? Ah, I can't go back. It's even more abstract than your last one. Ah ha ha ha. I guess it's just the way I write. Oh yeah, and tomorrow night I will not be streaming. That's the reason I'm streaming tonight, is because I have to make up for tomorrow night because I'm closing at my work and I will be back about 1 or 2 a.m. and I'm not streaming then. But Saturday night, it will be Hollow Knight like it was planned. And I cannot wait for you guys for us to sit down and be able to play some Hollow Knight. It will only be on weekends now that I stream. That's why they're going to be kind of rare. And sometimes I won't stream Hollow Knight. I'm most likely going to stream at most Doki Doki because it does run really well on my computer and I know when people are gone. But I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Not really, I just thought you were being pretentious. I see. No, I don't. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Ah ha ha ha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression. Hey, we actually have somebody in chat for once. Hello, no good at names. First person to ever use chat that's not my brother. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. I'll wear it as a badge of honor. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Fuck. What? I don't like that. I really don't like that. You never know when you might change your mind. I've watched people play this before, but I've never watched the full thing. I've watched the like main moments of where people died and the ending and all that, but I've never seen it mess with you. I've never seen it mess with a player. I watched a little bit of Game Grumps before I got really annoyed with it. I've never trusted Monica. Trust me, neither have I. Or when something unexpected may happen. Oh yeah, for the people watching, I give my characters voices. There's the normal voice, which is the main character. I make Yuri sound like Patrick Star, Natsuki sound annoying, Sayori sound normal, and Monica sound like a robot. Because we all know Monica is an AI. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about, Monica? Ha. It messes with you. It spends so much time convincing you it's a normal dating simulator. And I play dating simulators. I am really into visual novels. Like, I have played the Grisaya trilogy, all three of those games, and I really like them. It's a good story. And you have to choose a route in the first game. I think it's called Fruits of Grisaya, on which girl you want to choose. I went with the last one, which was told to be go for that as the last one, because it will spoil everything. I went to the last one on the first try, by accident. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I hate you. I hate you so much. And I hate Natsuki even more. Let's go with Sayori. Hopefully I can get her voice right. Oh, I like this one, Blake. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. You know, the thing is, for someone like me with Asperger's, as I was saying earlier, I can't get poetry, and I'm having the most difficult time ever. Damn, that must suck. Mind my language. Yeah, maybe. But like, being with someone with Asperger's, which is a mild type of autism if you don't know, we only get surface level. We don't fully understand poetry. I'm having to write an essay over romantic poetry from the 1800s. And I can't understand it because the language is so weird, and I'm taking it at surface value, and I have to write an 1150 word essay on it that's due in 2 weeks from tomorrow, and I'm stressing. I'm a college student, and I hate this. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like for the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try to give it some thought? You didn't get it either. Yeah, I'm glad other people can understand. Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Yeah, I didn't get the poems either. I thought one of them was the one that Monica shares on this one was not Monica, Yuri does on this one was just suicide. That's all I got from it. You guys are actually the first few viewers I've had since I started streaming that weren't friends of mine. I don't think. I had my manager. I don't know. I'm taking a physical test in school soon, and I've never really done anything physical ever. Oh, I just went to the gym yesterday, and I'm sore. I am sore. But I had my manager watching at one point. Oh, thanks, man. New follower. That's awesome. Aaron. First follower. Let's go. First follower. Let's go. Thank you for the golf clap. Sorry, my roommate is also here. I'm streaming in my dorm room. But I'm first viewers that aren't friends of mine. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. I like my personality. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. It sounds like my little cousin. It sounds exactly like my little cousin Lola. She's adorable. A sad poem can help give that rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. I thought it was gonna be a happy rain cloud, but like there's no such thing as a happy rain cloud. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Blake. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? I'm not reading this entire thing. I am way too... Whatever, I'm gonna leave this here for people to pause. Leave it here for a second. If you want to read it, pause it. Happy that it's raining on you. Thanks, man. That'd be just my luck. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm gonna scroll down now. There we go. Pause it if you want to see it. If you want to read it. I don't have time for this. I'm not saying I don't have time. It's just people get home eventually here at the dorms, and then the Wi-Fi goes to shit. That's why I'm called Nightly. Is I stream super late at night, and eventually I will be streaming during the day during the summer when everyone's gone and I'm living just here at the dorms myself. I read all the poems, but I didn't get a single thing. Me too. But I'm here by myself and with my roommate Aaron. We already have a thing set up. We're both gonna be streaming together at one point. He doesn't stream, but we're gonna just set up the microphone, the camera I have here, set it up. I'm just looking at words. Set it up, and we're gonna play like stick fight and stuff once I get the capture card for my Switch and play through there. So I cannot wait for that. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Should add cheese to that idea though. Cheese? Cheese. Why cheese? Aaron, this person said we should add cheese to the idea of streaming on Switch. Yeah, I said that too. I was like, cheese? Cheese makes everything better, is what they said. I mean, you're not wrong. Cheese is okay, but I'm a little lactose intolerant myself. But I've seen him eat a whole thing of mozzarella sticks before. Like, not cooked mozzarella sticks, like mozzarella cheese sticks that you'd buy like and get for lunches that just strip off. I've seen you eat an entire thing. Take a shot, but eat a slice of cheese when you die/lose. That actually reminds me, last night I was playing Drunk Jenga, except for instead of doing that, we were taking hits off of a dab pen, because I don't drink, personally. I'm drinking literal just carbonated water right now. So, I don't drink beer. Or any alcohol except for scotch, really. But that's only on really good days when I have something to celebrate. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, I used to write a lot too. I just got out of my writer's funk. Like, I had the worst writer's block ever. And I'm a huge Halo fan, and once Halo Infinite released, I actually got some inspiration. We see Spartans in the Halo games as like these unkillable super soldiers that, well, not unkillable, but Spartan 2s as these undefeatable super soldiers, all because of Master Chief and all the other stuff Spartan 2s have done. I really want to write a book and at least submit it to 343 to see if they'd actually publish it about a Spartan 2 that has retired, that has some sort of defect from his augmentations, and have him go through, like, show symptoms of PTSD, because we see Spartan 2s as these big hulking unkillable super soldiers, but seeing one laid low because he's so mentally screwed by what is it? Oh, thanks. No good at names. Like, he's just so not mentally screwed, but he has PTSD from the Covenant War, is the idea I've had, and I've been working on it. I haven't written much, but I've just been working on the prologue. I've been refining that, because I can't start without having the prologue. Setting, this is like a few years after the Covenant War, everything's done, he's retired to Earth, and now we're watching him deal with the consequences of the Covenant War and the PTSD that comes with fighting aliens and the Flood. The Flood is what I really want to focus on for him. The Flood is just body horror. You watch your friends and comrades and the UNSC get taken over by parasites. That is terrifying. That has got to be terrifying. So that's been my writer. I just got out of my writer's funk. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Me too. Me too. I actually also write SCP stuff, so don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a bad habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Hopefully not, because I really like when people really get to writing. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, that's the word. And now time for the worst character in this game. The one I hate the most. This is why I kept you for last. Well, till you die ain't that far away. Oh, wait, you're talking about the one in the game. Okay, I was like, what? Do you know something I don't? Is he gonna murder me in my sleep?
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
Yeah. Huh. Phew. What? Maybe. Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. DLC took me about 20 hours to complete, which is probably why I couldn't avoid getting spoiled the entire game. Yeah, I could see that. It took me weeks to complete. It's gonna take me a while because I only play this game whenever I stream, which I actually have a schedule for it. My DDLC streams are going to be Friday nights if I'm off work early enough, or Thursday nights if I have to work late on Fridays, which is why I'm streaming tonight instead of tomorrow night because I have to close at my work tomorrow. And then Saturday nights are my Hollow Knight streams, which I will be streaming starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday if anybody here wants to catch it. And it'll be Hollow Knight. I'm not going to say it's going to be best because my computer is just a small laptop. 7 a.m. there. Where are you? Like, actually, no, don't tell me. That's probably some private information that doesn't need put on a Twitch chat. So don't tell me. But it is 12 a.m. here. Where I am. But I'm gonna be streaming at 10 o'clock, starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday night as I get off at 10 from work. I live in the Netherlands, LMAO. Oh, the Netherlands, that must be nice. It's 10 for me. Nice. Well, I'll be streaming 10 o'clock my time on Saturday. Not 10 o'clock, I'll get off at 10 o'clock. 11 my time Saturday for Hollow Knight. I gotta go to school in an hour. Dang, you're really catching the stream early, ain't you? And especially for a small streamer. But like me, who just started. I just started streaming this last weekend once I got my thing here and I figured out how to work Twitch Studio, which is what I'm streaming from. I actually have my entire second monitor behind me, and it's a TV. I connected a TV and using it as a second monitor at the moment until I can get an actual second monitor and get my actual PC here from my brother. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the best stream. It's a Hollow Knight stream, and it takes a while to not takes a while. It can lag a little while, and I know there's been frame drops. I watched the frame drop counter on Twitch Studios. They have one. It's at 231 for the past hour. That's actually really nice. The last few nights I've streamed, it went over 1,000 in an hour. So being at 231, the Wi-Fi is amazing right now. Let's get back. Well, I'm using a TV monitor thing as a second monitor as well. TV monitor gang, let's go. But it looks really clean. Thank you. Or yours does, whatever. Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait a minute, that was a compliment. Aha, glad to see someone recognizing my experience. I give her this voice because I find this voice annoying. I hate it so much. My dad tried to use our TV as a monitor, but it didn't quite work. You have to use an HDMI between either your PC to the TV or from your laptop to the TV. That's how I'm using it, at least. So maybe some advice with an HDMI would work. But I need to focus on the game. I hate Natsuki so much. You don't say she's amazing. I hate her so much. But she does... I know there's a moment where she really scares the player, but I can't remember what it is. And I don't care to remember what it is, because I really hope to get this on. I really want to be surprised.
Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
Shut up. Just shut up. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. but you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. And I'm sorry if I mess up on voices. I'm kind of jumping in between. I'm an impressionist by nature, so it's easy for me to do, but I don't notice the names and I just continue reading. Well, I don't know. Honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? What the does that mean, Natsuki? Someone like me? A degenerate like myself? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Didn't know I was that fat. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Well, at least I didn't say that Yuri is amazing. Yuri is my favorite character. I love Yuri to death. That's why I keep trying on each one where the day ends and you choose words for a poem. Me too. But I have to choose words for a poem. I always try and hit Yuri's stuff all equally, but I think the game automatically makes it to where it's mostly all equal or equal between two parties, which is weird because after a while of getting Yuri right, it only went to where I was getting Sayori right, and I'm like, no, Yuri, dang it. Well, maybe you guys are crazy then. You should see all my exes and you'd understand. You'd understand why Yuri is my favorite if you see my exes. It's like, what is it? Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Ramona's exes, the 7 evil exes. Mine are like 6 crazy ones. And one that wasn't crazy that just kind of left. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem? Here. Okay, pause it if you want to. Don't care. 3, 2, 1, and I'm sorry if my camera's in the way. I really don't care about her poem. Okay, whatever. I don't want to say much about Yuri because I don't know what you know about the game. I don't want to spoil anything. I've seen the Game Grumps animation. Yeah, I know. But I don't know anything else. I just know how she dies. I like Yuri because, to be honest, she's my type. Me too, though. Me too. This is the most interaction I've gotten on a stream. And I started streaming originally when I was like 15. I streamed through my Xbox. With my mic, I didn't have a video camera. It was so bad because I was with my parents and they took up all the bandwidth. I'm gonna say anything else then. Thank you. But I'll also stream through my Xbox once I get my capture card because I don't want to stream through my Xbox normally. Like through the Twitch app, because I've heard on Xbox One X like I have, or Xbox One Series X, it crashes a lot. And I don't want to have to get kicked out of a stream and then send all the parts of that stream to my YouTube channel for the... If you guys want to see my other streams that I've had, I don't spoil either. Thank you. But if you guys want to see the other streams that I've had of this game and of others, like Hollow Knight, my first Hollow Knight stream, look up NightlyGame stream archive. NightlyGame. All one word, no capitalization. Well, capitalization on the first letters of the 2 words. No spaces. No games or anything. NightlyGame. I wanted to be Nightly Games, but someone already stole that name. But I'm on YouTube, and you'll find my channel there. I'm not going to say they're all going to be great. With me having a very basic setup and doing the best I can, they're not always going to be the best. So... preface that. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. The best you could do is fall down the stairs. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. I do like her use of simple words and trying to express like, hey, you can use simple words in poetry to do this, that, and the other. It's really nice. I actually do like that idea. but I hate Natsuki. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like you? Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of or think less of you. Why? Natsuki is a killjoy for me. Yeah, same. Why is this basically the same thing that I just went through with Yuri? Yuri was just talking about how she didn't want to okay, that jumped a lot. Sorry, I'm looking at the frame drop counter. It went from 350 to 800 and DLC Plus. I haven't played that yet. Ah, dang it. I guess everyone's returning home now. Work. Please let me know if my audio starts cutting out or if it starts lagging really badly. Because the frame drop counter keeps rising, and I really don't want to continue a stream if it is going to be, well, shite. For lack of better word. Something that but Yuri was just talking about this. Some stuff she does that she expresses through her poems that she doesn't really talk about. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. That's what I just said. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. You're such a... Oh my god. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Natsuki likes a lot of weird things. I bet she does. I don't know what that emoji is or anything. All I can see it as is It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. Yeah, don't be mean to my boy. You bitch, I'm just gonna say it. Just in case, try and keep my chat clean. I know small streamers I've heard have a lot of problems with that. If people curse in their chats or if they curse on stream, their stream will get cut off or banned and they'll get a strike on their channel. Like in YouTube. YouTube's got this weird thing where small YouTubers will curse once and there's a strike on your channel. That's it. You could say damn once and there's a strike on your channel because YouTube sucks. It's mainly Monica messing with it. Oh. Well, thank you for understanding, by the way. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. At least that's what I like to tell myself. Ah. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. I don't feel weird about liking her. No, don't feel weird about... wait, liking Natsuki or liking Yuri? Because that's gonna sway what I'm saying here. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I really hope it starts messing up on purpose soon, because I've had it happen once or twice, and I got actually really scared at first. I've got to hit the hay. Have a good stream and hope more people come to stop by. Well, thanks for stopping by and thanks for the follow. It's good to have some interaction with the with other people other than just friends. So, take 5, grab a soda, and I'll see you next time. I'm not cutting off the stream. I'm just saying goodbye. Liking Natsuki. I do not like Yuri anymore after Act 2. There are acts to this? There are specific acts for this? I didn't realize that. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Solid acts. Ah, okay. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? Excuse me. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well the last minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Oh, I just realized I can do this. Huh. Something happens with Yuri. Okay, just stop telling me. I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Fucking what? Back down to 1. Performing? Wait, performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the events. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Much more than her death. If you've seen her death, you sort of know what I'm talking about, I think. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Right, poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that it's that bad of an idea? Of liking her now. No, don't be scared of liking Natsuki. It's fine. Like, I'm just messing with you. It's fine, whatever. I'm not gonna judge anybody for liking a specific character. Except for if they like anyone from, Redo of a Healer. I don't want to talk about Redo of a Healer. Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? No, I meant Yuri. Scared of liking her now. No, don't be scared of liking Yuri. Yuri is best character. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki.
For once.
I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. You know, what I'm worried about is, at the end of the game, I know you have to get into the files. Just like, why did she have a knife? I don't trust that. Yeah, I don't get it either, in all honesty. But I'm scared of getting to the end game of this, because I don't like getting into the files of my computer. I don't trust myself. So, I know you have to mess with the files and stuff. So, what I'm worried about is I'm gonna delete the wrong thing and screw up the game. Well, you'll see, I guess. Yeah. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. The more people. Okay, thank you. I know you can restore files to like original, but like I'm just scared I'm gonna screw up a file because I know you can go into the files and like delete specific characters before the game starts. It's really straightforward. Okay. Does it instruct you how to do things? That's just what I'm worried about. I haven't looked anything up because I don't want to spoil it. But I just want to know if it instructs you to like do specific things. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Ow, I just popped my jaw. Well, it sort of does. Oh, I just popped my jaw. Ow. Yeah. It's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Sounds like Animal Crossing. I recommend keeping your files open on your second monitor. I have my Twitch set up on my second monitor, so that is gonna be hard. Like the main DDLC Steam folder. Ah. That's right. Like, cause then to delete files, I'd have to like show it on stream and do all that, and then I have to choose gameplay and all this, and like which gameplay screen I'm showing, and I really don't want to do that because I have files. I'm not saying I have anything like add some secret text messages and images. Oh, I didn't know that, but like I have all my work on this computer, so I don't really want to show it on stream, just in case any idiot with a degree in hacking or something. I know that sounds really dumb, but whether they're like really good at hacking or something can get into my computer and get stuff. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Do you want to share this with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes, thank you for understanding by the way, is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. I am going to turn off the stream in about 30 minutes, so I can go ahead and go to bed, because I have class in the morning and 2 tests on a fucking Friday. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but files did add a lot to the experience, especially when the game says check file name. Ah. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. I'll think about it before the next stream I do of this, which won't be until next Friday or next Thursday. But thank you for letting me know that. I had no idea. I really had no idea about that. Thank you so much. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, you have no idea. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monica. Extra, it's sometimes just Monica talking.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind before the next stream, and I will, if I choose to do it, I'll clean up a little bit of my files where none of my work is really seen, because I keep all my writing work in here. And there's some stuff for Twitch I'm actually working on that I don't want seen yet until I'm fully finished with it. Like intros and stuff, Twitch subs where I play music and all this, other stuff like that.
This is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
And nothing happens.
Because anyways, it starts a bit later in the game. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Can I go next? Ha, of course. Now, let's see. Monica.exe has stopped working. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. I really hate this. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. There is one game that I'm actually looking forward to stream once I get my capture card, right? It's called Hunter Call of the Wild, because there's no really beginning and end to the game. You're just hunting. And I really like it. I love that game so much. And I just cannot wait to play it for people, because I love nature and I love hunting. I've never hunted myself, but you know, you get there eventually. And I've been looking forward to doing it with my grandfather. But that's enough about that right now. A breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. Games like that are pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. They just added a Mississippi map that I need to buy on the Xbox. I'm glad that I can, once I get the capture card, it'll basically be I don't have to buy all these games. I can just stream them through my Switch or my Xbox or the PS3 that we have. But the PS3 will be very rarely. I actually do use an Xbox controller on my computer for Hollow Knight and stuff. I was just hoping to see a good example. My fave kind of games are like DDLC though, so it's really sad that I got spoiled of the entire thing. I'll be playing a game called, I mentioned it earlier, the Grisaya trilogy. It's kind of just like that, except for it's not like horror or anything. It's more of action, actual story, and I love it. I love that game so much, and I can't wait to give the characters voices and share that experience that I had with people on Twitch and just people I stream and just people that come to watch in general. I really enjoy I've really enjoyed streaming. Even if nobody's watching, I know that I'm putting content out and I know that someone will like it. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. There are 3 games. It's Fruit of Grisaya, Eden of Grisaya, and Labyrinth of Grisaya. I think Eden of Grisaya is last, Labyrinth is second, and Fruit is first. I know Fruit is first. I'm actually about to do once I'm done with this, once I'm done with playing DDLC, I'm going to do the first 2 chapters of Deltarune, and I am never touching Undertale. I promised myself I would never touch that game. I will never touch Undertale, but I will touch Deltarune. I'll do the first 2 chapters of that once I'm done with DDLC. Because it's somewhat like a visual novel, but not really there. It's like an old game with visual novel aspects. But yeah, I can't. I'm going to play that on this channel eventually. Even if I get my capture card, which once I get my capture card, I'll be streaming a lot more. Not a lot more, but a lot of different things. No, Undertale is one of my fave games of all time. Well, I'm sorry. I have promised myself to never touch it with a 5-foot pole. I know it. I've heard it's good. I've watched people play it. I've watched the entire Game Grumps stream. I know how things go. There's something about it that I don't get and don't like. I think it's because it got so popular that I'm like, I'm not touching that. Because I love playing indie games, and I know Hollow Knight is super popular, but like, it's an indie game. I love playing indie games. Hollow Knight, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, stuff like that. I really love indie games, and the niche that I'm actually trying to set up on my channel is playing Metroidvanias or whatever. Like, I'm gonna play the original Castlevania games on here once I get my Switch set up, and then I'm gonna play some others, but I'm also gonna expand and play just a huge variety once I get out of that, once I've beaten the ones that I want to play. That's why Ori and the Blind Forest was a game I was playing for a while, but then I stopped. I actually decided tonight that I would stop playing it because Ori and the Blind Forest is actually taking too much of a toll on my computer that the stream isn't running properly when I'm streaming it. So I've kind of decided no more Ori and the Blind Forest. But I will go ahead and play Hollow Knight, which is weird. Hollow Knight my computer can't process the cutscenes in Hollow Knight, which kind of sucks because the cutscenes are really nice, but there aren't many cutscenes at all. Except for if I'm using the thing. Up there will be a game like DDLC, which completely shocks the player because it seems so innocent or something. I think there are games like that, other games like that, but it's very hard because there's no genre title for those. But yeah, another game. Yeah. Dan Salvato, the Salvato team, is working on more stuff. Team Salvato has referenced other games in the files of DDLC that they're working on. They just haven't released anything in a very long time since DDLC, because they were working on DDLC Plus and stuff. The next game that I'm going to do that's a visual novel is going to be Dream Daddy by Game Grumps, my favorite YouTube channel. Dream Daddy, the dad dating simulator. I know it's dumb, but I love it to death, and I'm gonna play it. But I'm gonna continue. I need to. I have 20 minutes left. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. I couldn't get that voice. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously looks at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes at the start of reading the poem. Yeah, it's really hard to find game videos. But really, I want to find another game like this because it's spoiled. Yeah, I can fully understand how that feels. There was a game I was really into at one point. I forgot what it was. And I waited forever for it. And I've waited to play it. And then I started playing it, and one of my friends spoiled the entire story for me, and I was like, eh. And the sequel wasn't going to come out for another 5 freaking years. It taught me to never judge people because... Thank you. Really nuts. You know, if I ever do getting spoiled sucks, you're right. But if I ever get big, I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, I remember when I was having a conversation with only one viewer. Those are good times. Now I have to keep up with 1,000. At least every stream. which I don't think I'll get there for a good few years. I need to get better equipment, stream some games that are actually up to date, and better internet. Better internet. That's a number one. But the frame count and all this isn't too bad right now, and I'm pretty happy about it. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman, just the way I like them. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Finished. Ugh. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. No. Snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Hell yeah. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applauded, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. I had to deal with something like this actually recently. I am in an acting class and I have super bad stage fright. We didn't do stage direction. We were supposed to do an acting thing off of a little scene, and we forgot to like set up things and do stage direction and all this. So like, but even though I got spoiled out there now. Yeah, I can understand. Like, I'm getting really into it, even if I'm not really playing it that much, and if I'm just doing it for stream, I am getting really into the story. Yuri, that was really good. But we didn't do any stage direction, so me and my partner were just sitting, staring at each other, hands by our sides, trying to make our faces and bodies kind of react to what we were saying, while everybody else's scenes were so well like thought out and performed and put together. Ours was just so rough, and now we have to doctor it. We're supposed to like get coaching now for it, so now we're having to play with the ideas of all of what we can do with it. So I fully get like, and I just literally crumpled up my paper, threw it in the trash from across the room, and just sat back down on my seat because I was just so mad at myself and like so embarrassed. So I fully understand how Yuri feels in that, and I know she's a anime character or a game character, but you can sympathize. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Zuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself. In front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. The best that way. I see. Okay then. Even just the non-horror part is nice. I could play a... Yeah, it's just a dating sim. For the man. Yeah, same. I wish they would release two versions. The one that's the psychological horror and the dating sim. Because I'd play both. Just pure honesty. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's is. Like Sayori is. The serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But I hear it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Both as well, just because I love you. You'll see a lot. Yeah, I can understand that. If you like the characters in this, I do recommend the Grisaya trilogy. I'm just gonna tell you, If you get into Grisaya, never watch the anime. Never watch the anime. I have to preface that. Because I don't want people coming back and saying, oh, you got me into Grisaya and I watched the anime and now I'm scarred for life. Because at the last episode, one of the most innocent characters gets taken advantage of. Well, not taken advantage of, but I can't really say what happens because, well, Twitch terms of service. By just a random guy. It turns basically into a hentai. I'm just prefacing you that now. Never watch the anime. Never watch it. Play the games. It doesn't happen in the games. Ever. But just don't watch the anime. I don't want people coming back and saying, you scarred me for life. Just play the visual novel. Play the 3 visual novels and don't watch the anime. I beg of you. Anybody who sees this on YouTube or anywhere, don't watch it. And those who have seen it, my heart goes out to you. Truly. But here it comes from Sayori's voice, almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Blake liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It comes out nicely, Sayori. It came out nicely, Sayori. The stream died? What? How did the stream die? I guess I'll have to look at it in post-production. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Oop, I gotta leave anyway. Well, thank you for stopping by. Day 5, grab a soda, and I'll see you on the next stream, man. Or a woman, or whatever you are. I forgot about the time. Dang, I didn't know I was that entertaining. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you were reading. Well, see ya. Oh, I know what you mean. It said that it was fine, like the stream was fine before. So I don't know how it died for you. Sorry. Well, you said you gotta go, so see ya. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Yeah, I could see that. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Blake. I mean, I still have to do a lot of... I understand. Well, with that, actually, I've done an hour and... Peace out. I've done an hour and a half of streaming. I am going to go ahead and cut it off here, guys. For anybody who sees this on YouTube, I know it's pretty weird watching somebody just interact with just like 1 or 2 people on a stream, but I'm a small streamer, and it was really nice to get some interactions, especially for being a small streamer, and hear that people really like my content. So, for those that watched and all that, thank you so much for coming and viewing and watching me play a game that I really didn't think I'd be good at and be entertaining with. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Take 5, grab a soda, and I'll see you next time on the next Doki Doki Literature Club stream. See you next time, guys.